Alrighty guys, real quick. Today Friday, I'm running late. I'm getting ready to head to work. I just hopped in my work van. This is a freaking work van. Don't get it twisted. Alright, so I'm gonna pull up the live stream we did last night. There's a few questions in there. I figured I'd just talk about on the way to work. Alright, let me see something.
With that oil change, because that's all she went in for. She was told she needed a
stream,
coolant flush, brake flush, power steering flush.
New Schrader valves.
Ain't no freaking power
Couple
steering.
of comments in here, guys. Let's talk.
2014 Chargers.
All right, shut up, JT. We don't want to hear all that. AC. All right, yes, it's hot. We're in hot season. We're in the middle of freaking hot season. I saw a comment in there about somebody suggested that. Remember, I was talking about she worked from home. Instead of making that room only cold, the AC unit would make the whole house cold, and who knows what happens to the electrical bill. Now, guys, I've heard this over and over again, and I agree with it, okay? If you leave the AC off all day and then you come home and turn it on in hopes to cool the house off, just say you get off at 3. It's peak hot time right then, right? I can see if you get off at 8 or 7 when the sun's starting to go down. Yeah, you can get away with it. But if you leave the AC off all freaking day and then you come home and turn it on, yeah, your AC unit gonna work like hell trying to get that house cool, okay? Which means you're not really saving money, okay? Because your unit is working harder, blah, blah. It's gonna run longer, colder, trying to cool the house off. And at the same time, you're going to be uncomfortable while all of that is happening. I get it. All right. But, so yeah, I got out of the habit of doing that. That don't make no kind of sense. All right. It's funny how AC, some of the misconceptions out there about AC, that some people simply believe that you can save fuel. You can increase your fuel mileage or your fuel usage by riding around with the windows down. This has been debated over and over and over again, guys. You don't save. I was in the rideshare industry, Uber and Lyft, all of that. I did all of that, all right, before I went full blast with the automotive stuff. I was on YouTube as a rideshare driver. What was my name? Some rideshare guru or something like that. Anyway, there's this misconception in the rideshare world that turn the AC off and let the window down, you can save a lot of money. Guys, today's AC system on cars, some of the system use, I don't know if y'all ever heard of a variable displacement compressor. Chrysler dabbled in it a long time ago, back in the 90s, okay? That's one of those units where the compressor, when it come on, it stays on. There's no cycling. It just freaking stays on. Oh my goodness, you talking about technicians misdiagnosed. Nobody bothered to learn how the system worked. Variable displacement, all right? It's a long story, but mechanics was misdiagnosing that, wasting all the Chrysler money on warranty repairs on parts that it didn't need. So they forced training down all the dealership mechanics, all right? Or they were just gonna reject the claims. Anytime a warranty claim rolled through of a guy replacing a compressor and they get that compressor back and find out ain't nothing wrong with it, then they can charge it back to the dealership. This was a long time ago. Variable displacement, I don't know if that system, Baja probably know if that system is being used now. All right. Again, it's a unique system. There's not a lot of cycling going on, guys. There's no, like I say, there's no clutch on the compressor, so there's nothing to cycle from that standpoint. But with today's unit, guys, compressors are not, AC units are not pulling down or weighing down your automotives, your cars anymore like it used to. So technically you're not really saving a lot of gas. But think about this, I got the AC on now in this van. Imagine if I turn the AC off. Y'all see that? My windows went down. Simply roll the windows down. Now, this is a van, so all that air that's coming through these windows, filling in this space, holding this van back, even if it's minuscule, even if it's a small amount, I'm potentially burning more fuel that way, as opposed to riding around in this confined area with the AC on. Yeah, so it depends on how you look at it, man. physics plays a role in all this stuff, guys. So laws of physics. Yeah. So, but all I'm saying is, you'll never investigate this stuff yourself. So pretty much all you have to rely on is what you read. Everything is not correct on what we read out there, guys. Now, I haven't read anybody actually text this in or type this in. No, turn your AC off. You'll save a lot on gas. And just simply roll your windows down. Yeah, I haven't read anything like that. I've read just the opposite. But should I believe the opposite? Okay. Again, it's too small of an amount to be concerned with. But if you really pitching pennies and you really careful on what you spend and you really monitoring your fuel usage and your mile per gallon usage and all that, yeah, that matters. But yeah, so I got the AC on, and I'm not an AC guy. I'm not one of those guys that have to have AC or the world coming to an end. No, man. I remember days when there wasn't no AC. So, I'm not spoiled to the point where I have to have. AC is a luxury if you look at it, It's not, but this generation think that's a must-have. Like, oh, I'm going to die if I don't have AC. I'm hungry, I'm starving, but forget that. I'm on AC. But ain't no food in the refrigerator. You got the AC bill right here, the electric bill, or the grocery bill. What you want to do, dog? You want to eat or you want to be cold? I want to be cold. I don't care about no stinking food. Yes, I'm joking, but there's some people like that. I had a lady came in the shop the other day. Her AC not working. Oh my goodness, if she didn't have a fit, man, I need my car fixed now. JT, come to the front. Here I come, I'm one of the go-to guys for a little, because I have a unique way of explaining things to customers. They call me up front all the time. Oh my goodness, JT, she want to know why she need an EGR valve and what it do. So, because I regurgitate this stuff a lot from a verbal standpoint, I got a YouTube channel. Some of this stuff is memorized. EGR, exhaust gas recirculation. What it's designed to do is pull exhaust gases from, stuff like that. So they need, and some of the customers on the phone, no, they don't want you reading off Google. Yeah, everybody got a computer in front of their face. Google it real quick. And they can tell when you're reading a prompto. No, man, I need to speak to a mechanic, man. And all mechanics ain't good at this. I don't know why the hell they want to speak to a mechanic. But when they say that, I'm telling you, some customers are smart enough to know when they're being duped. Not so much duped, but being on the other end of a phone with a machine. That's what some service advisors come off as, a machine. A programmed freaking machine. Don't know nothing, just a regurgitator of everything he's supposed to say. He got what he's supposed to say memorized. But that don't work with some customers. I get on the phone. So this EGR valve they're trying to tell me I need. Can you explain that? When I get done with their ass, they be like, oh, I have no idea what that means. Okay, just do it. So, do that make me a good service advisor? It depends, man. I ain't cut out for no, I don't want to be no freaking, I guess when I put on some age and put on some weight and just don't care, just not as active as I used to. Sure, I go up there and write some service. But from my understanding, prior or previous mechanics do not make good service advisors, because they'll be on the lane diagnosing the car and cause the company potential revenue stream because they on that time at, the mechanic wrote up all this, but you don't really need all of this. Yeah, so mechanics don't make good service advisors unless they totally flip the script. Okay, yeah, unless they totally change what they truly believe and their sole motive is this, and to make money. But unless that happens, yeah, it ain't gonna happen. Guys, I just pulled up on the lot. What I got in my stall today? I got that truck still in my stall. And I got that one Durango in my stall that's gonna get pushed out. Customer not sure what he gonna do. The customer got, this is an older model. This is not an older model, but an old high mileage Durango. Oil fit adapter housing, guys, I have never seen this. You start the car up, or spitting out of the top of the valve. It's like the valve done cracked in half. This car almost 200,000 miles, so it's obviously the original oil filter adapter housing oil cooler. And you start it up, so the oil is not making it to the valve train, because as soon as it make it up there, it spits it out. So the valve train just clattering, just ain't no oil in it. There's oil in it. It's just not going to the proper channels because of this oil field adapter housing. So the customer have to make a decision. He wants to try this oil field adapter housing, and maybe your car shut up because the oil will be directed to the proper channel, or you're gonna need an engine. All right, so companies got to be careful with that, man. They can't just sell a guy that job, and when we put it on, start his car up, it's still making that noise because the oil. He ruined some things in the process, so they got to be careful when they do that. Guys, I'm at work. All right, I'm taking my phone. Y'all know me. I'm gonna be YouTubing. I got to go to Brothers Motors after lunch, so when I leave at lunchtime, I'm done for the day here. Then I'm headed to Brothers Motors and All Park Garage. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a lot done this last day of the week. All right, that's all I have, man. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all on the next freaking video.